Alright, so I mounted that back on the tripod. I still have the Drift Ghost in record mode, so we're going to end that now. Okay. So now you're getting audio from the Vixia. Now, I'm about 8 feet from the Vixia right now. And the audio is fairly good with that without using the external microphone. So now as far as mounts go, when you see me in the car and I'm using my cell phone, I'm using something like this. This is just a cheap, my $8 pole that has a spring-loaded attachment on it. That allows me to stick my cell phone on and hold it out. I have a little rubber band here just to hold it on, just in case I'm sticking it out the window of the car or I'm walking with it. I don't want to. Now this is my personal cell phone. This is not just a dead phone that I use for video. I don't want to drop it and break it, and then I'm without a cell phone, so I just wrap it with a rubber band. Holds it nice and secure. Now this pole here I got, I want to say it was on eBay for like $8-9. That's as far as it goes, as far as extending. It does have a hole in the bottom to screw onto another tripod, and I'll show you why I like that in a minute. And it also, another feature, take the phone off, the spring-loaded part comes off, which allows me to do the same thing with a standard small tripod. Put my phone on there, set it, or I can mount the camera directly. And hold it out like that. With the wireless or the wired microphone, no problem. Now another benefit to this type of thing I'll show you in a second. The other pole like this that I use is this monopod. This is the MX450. It is a much durable, longer pole. I can show you how far it goes. I can probably touch the camera. Okay, but on here you can see I added a swivel head to the top of it. Generally it only has just a flat screw that you would screw onto the camera. I added the swivel head. But if I want extra length, that one I showed you for $8 will screw right to the bottom of that one, and I get ridiculous. I mean, I can touch the wall on the other side of the room. Here, watch. I'm touching the wall. Okay? So that's kind of a cool feature if you really want some distance shots, things like that. This here, this swivel head was like $10 on Amazon. It is a, it doesn't really say, it has a model number of the MH1004. What that does, it lets me screw on my camera and basically turn it into a swivel, you know, like that. This pole here is a much better quality. I don't think it was much. I think it was like 20 bucks. You know, it's got your typical tripod locks on it that you can lock anywhere. This is a bicycle mount, Velcro bicycle mount adapter that I bought for this camera that will attach right to it with just a Velcro strap. I haven't used it yet. I use this mainly to hold it on to things like stadium seating, something like that. I want it to just stand straight up and attach to a chair. I use this little Velcro bicycle mount that I just wrapped around it. Basic, cheap tripod, very small, very lightweight, but full size. This came with the camera. I've seen them for like 10 bucks, 15 bucks tops. It's great for hiking, right into the pack. We'll get into that when I start actually getting out there and doing some hiking. And that is pretty much it. That's pretty much all my camera gear, except for the tripod. that camera's on. That's actually a Velbon. It's a very high quality tripod. It's heavy, it's big. That one there is about $100, and I'll tell you a story behind that one. Is I actually saw it on the side of the road at a tag sale, and I picked it up for $5. And I've had it for about 6 years. And it's just a great tripod. I'm not going to show it because it's just, you know, your standard thick tripod, probably a little older, and it was probably made to hold a heavier camcorders. I mean, the Vixia is just a tiny little thing, and on top of it, it's all a tripod with this little camera sitting on it. So that's it. Those are all my cameras and my audio gear. So that's pretty much everything that I use. I'd like to get one of those tripods that have the adjustable arms on it that'll grab onto things and things like that. I'll look for one of those. I know they're not that expensive. But when it comes down to like the cost of all this stuff, you know something, I purchased this stuff over several years. So it's not like I just went out and started buying this stuff to do YouTube videos. The first camera that I used was the Canon Vixia. I had the Canon Vixia, the Contour was broken at that point, and my Drift Ghost. Now my Drift Ghost is mounted to my motorcycle helmet as well. So when I do tours of campgrounds, things like that, I will be using the Drift Ghost. But those are the two cameras that I had to use. Everything else, you know, I just kind of had laying around, different things. I did buy the webcam. I had a cheap one that I tried to get on one of Drury's chats with, and it just was horrible. I couldn't stay connected. It kept going in and out. So I picked this up. Hopefully now I'll be able to get on and be a little higher quality. But yeah, so this stuff was accumulated over the years. It wasn't one big check I wrote to just purchase everything. This was from, you know, 2011, I want to say. The Drift Ghost is at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years old. But the Vixia was a purchase this year. Not for YouTube per se. It was more for my stepson's basketball videos, to be able to stand up in the, or you know, use the tripod and be up in the bleachers and be able to get a halfway decent footage. If you have any questions at all and you want to see something a little more close, or a model number, possibly even like where I bought it, a link of, you know, if there's somebody on YouTube that's selling them, you know, send me a message, leave it in the comments below, and if I have that information, I'll do another video, or I'll send you the information. I have no problem doing that. That's it. That's how I make the videos. Lighting in here right now, I have one compact fluorescent over on the side here, and just my chandelier light above the dining room table here, and a desktop light where I have the computer that I use to film in the kitchen, you know, for the cooking videos, things like that, using the webcam. That's it. Now you understand why in a previous video I wanted to get a camera bag to kind of hold everything together, so I have all the different stuff on hand. Right now I have my phone, and I'll take the Contour Roam with me, or I'll take the Drift Ghost with me in my phone. I always have my phone with me. But so having different cameras all together, maybe, you know, wherever you go with a nice little camera bag would work out well. But like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. Alright guys, hope this was somewhat useful to you, and we'll see you traveling the tubes. Be good, guys.